All right, I just want to take a couple minutes to just discuss some of the things we're going to be working through here as we get ready for this upcoming screening. And I guess the first thing I just want everybody to know is how important you are as we get out in the community and try to reach people. And I think I just want to start there as to why we do screening events anyway. And I think one big mistake that we could all make is to think that we do these screenings just because we need new patients. And honestly, that's just not the case. And the reason that we do screenings and the reason that they're so effective is because there are a lot of people out there that are dealing with problems like headaches or back pain or cancer or diabetes or blood pressure or cholesterol problems, fatigue, they can't sleep, digestive problems. I mean, you name it. People out there have all kinds of trouble. And one thing that we know is that we can actually help those people. So the reason we do these screenings is because we're just out there to try to give them a different perspective and to maybe give them some different options outside of traditional medicines or surgeries, which that's really all most people think there are. And so we're just trying to give them another way out or other things that they can do to really make a difference. And more importantly, just really try to help them to figure out what's causing the problems that they have instead of just treating the symptoms and going at it from that perspective. So that's the first thing I just really wanted to speak to, so you have a better idea as to why you're there and really understanding how integral your participation in this screening is going to be, because literally somebody that you talk to, you could transform their life. And I know that sounds crazy, but we've met people at screenings before that have had cancer that were supposed to die, and then a few months later they're completely healed. We've met people who are just depressed and miserable or having headaches every single day, and in just a few weeks into care the headaches are gone. And so as you're talking with these people, try to listen to what they've got going on and help them to realize that this very office is going to be the answer for them, and it'll also help them in regards to their families. And so that's huge, and that's why screenings are effective. And the reason that we do screenings at places like home shows or health fairs or malls or wherever else in the community is because we just try to go where people are. We try to show up where we know that there's going to be lots of people, because that's where we're going to find the people who need help. And as we walk through that process, I just want you to be open to the fact that not everybody is going to want what we have, and that's completely okay. So as we're talking to people, if we're asking them to stop, or if we're asking them if they would like to have a health screening, just realize that a lot of people are going to say no, and that's not anything against you. That's not because you're doing a bad job. That's not because they don't like you. It's just because they're not interested, and so that's okay. So just do your best and make sure through the process you're just smiling and having fun and really just trying to care about the people that are there. And so just to kind of give you an idea of what the screening atmosphere typically is going to look like, there's going to be 3 roles that are primarily filled at the screening event. So the first person is going to be the point person, or the person who stops people, or the person that is going to be the contact person to get people to come over to the booth. So that person's role is extremely important, and that's why we're having you get involved to help us be more effective at that. So just smile, just be yourself, be energetic. People love passion, people love excitement, people love to feel like someone cares about them, and so that's what we want to do. So in order to get them out of their kind of blinders and out of their routine, we have to be able to interject and get them to come over to our booth. And so it can simply start with things like this. Do you have a couple minutes for your health? Have you been checked yet? Have you had a chance to get your nervous system checked? Would you like a free health screening? Do you have a couple minutes for your health? I may have already said that one, but you get the point. We're just trying to reach out. Come over and check out what we're doing here. Have you seen this computerized scan? Do you have any health problems that you'd like help with? That type of stuff. And that's how we get people over to the booth. And sometimes you just have to play it by ear. Some days certain things may be more effective than others, and we'll just work with that and then figure out what's going to be the best. The next role is going to actually be the scanning role, or the screening role, where we actually walk them through a symptom survey and just see what in fact they are dealing with, because people day in and day out really do deal with a lot of issues, and they just think that they're normal. And so we want to walk through and try to bring those things to the surface. So whether it's headaches or depression or cancer or blood pressure or ear infections or any of that stuff, we want to just first talk to that person and find out what they're dealing with, and then see what they're doing to help. See what types of things they're doing to try to get better. We want to see if that stuff's effective. And then ultimately we're going to do a scan that actually lets us see if we can figure out what's causing the problem in the first place, and that's by scanning their nervous system. And just a brief overview, the nervous system controls everything in your body. It controls every other system, it controls every cell, every tissue, and every organ. And so we're just trying to figure out how well that system's working, because if that system's not working well, then whatever those nerves are controlled or whatever those nerves are connected to, they're not going to work either. And that's where these symptoms come into play. So we're actually going to try to find out if we can figure out what's causing it, so then we can help them fix it. And then the last thing is, once we get them scanned and see where they're at, we obviously are going to give them a chance to come in, and that last person's role will be the person who gets them scheduled. And so we will have an appointment scheduled there. We will put them in accordingly as they've got appointments available. We try to schedule them as early in the week as possible, or as close to the screening event as we absolutely can, so that gets them a chance to actually be active and do something fast. And then typically we will have some type of an offer for them at the event. Our office initial exams are going to run anywhere between $20 to $200, and so at the screening event we're going to actually offer them a chance to come in with everything included for $20. And so that way, as we schedule them, you know exactly what the process is. So we stop them first, we get them in, we relate with them, we talk with them, we figure out what they're dealing with, because let's get it. These are real people. So these are moms, these are dads, these are brothers and sisters and kids and aunts and uncles, and we're just trying to do the best we can to make sure that they live a long, healthy life. And that's the whole point behind this screening. And I guess lastly, just to kind of reiterate a couple things, we just want you to have fun. We want you to be yourself. That's why you're helping us out. We know you've got that personality, and that's what we're looking for. And so we just want you to let that shine. So, don't worry so much about what people think or what people are worried about, and just really care about them. And as we do that, just know that you're having an impact in people's lives. And we look forward to this upcoming event. We know it's going to be a success. We've got high expectations, and we know that this is just one additional thing that we can do to make a huge impact in this community. So thank you very much. I will see you soon, and I appreciate you.